Hi, I'm Peggy. Welcome to my studio. And today is actually the first video I'm doing on making a Craft Roulette card that I'm actually going to upload to their website as well. I'm going out of my comfort zone in this one. I'm actually going to stamp and do a little bit of coloring on screen, which you guys know I never do. So I'm trying to get a little more confident in how I do things and whatnot. So here we go. Anyway, Friday's episode of Craft Roulette. Let me get out this is my creative companion that they have made along with Trinity Stamps. And so it looks like you can write down everything about what you're going to do and all that stuff. So anyway, didn't I explain that well? Our project is envelope, and I'm going to make an envelope to go with the card. Our color is toys. I chose to do like stuffed animals and doll clothes, that kind of a color. Element is children's story. We're going to do Peter Rabbit or Peter Cottontail. And our random was list or lists. So, here's the plan. Gonna make the envelope to go with the card. There's all my pieces with a little bunny that I colored. And then for list, I did these on my Cricut and then just fussy cut them out. I think we're probably going to use the smallest one. I wasn't sure what size would work best, but that's going to go on the inside. That's my list. It says Easter Bunny, Easter eggs, Easter candy. And then there's some more decorations and my markers that I'm going to use, ink and whatnot. Now, let's get the hard part out of the way first. I want to have another floral spray going this way. I'm going to move some of these up and a little bit out of the way. The problem is, okay, this stamp let me grab it. Oh, sorry, I hit the camera. The stamp that I'm using is February's Clear Stamp of the Month from Spellbinders. The only problem is there's only one floral and it only stamps that way. So, yesterday, I did some research in reverse stamping. So, besides stamping online, like in a video for the first time, I'm also going to try a new technique. Hey, what the heck? This was my practice piece from yesterday. It turned out okay, a little too rough, but we'll see. But I'm going to use this. I'm going to need to use that to help me with this. So this works best if you have a MISTI or some kind of a stamping tool. Okay. Now, in my MISTI, I actually have a waffle flower mat. What it is, it's like a big clear polymer. It's a big stamp, basically, a big plain stamp. And it helps to hold paper and everything in place. And we're going to use this to our advantage. And I know I have it backwards. Most people put their MISTI the other way. I don't know why. I'm right-handed, but I still do it this way. Probably because, well, you guys know I've lost a lot of use of my right hand, so I guess I've just been using my left more. Anyway. Blah, blah. Sorry you can see. Let me pull that up. There we go. Well, now you can see that light. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got our envelope that I'm going to be stamping on. And I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black. This works better if you have a black pigment ink, but I do not. So that's going to be what I'm using. Now, I learned this from Jennifer McGuire, and I'm not doing all the steps that she did because I don't have all the nifty tools that she has. But I've already stamped it, like I said, once on here, which goes this way. Now, what I'm doing, I'm turning it. I've got it sitting on my envelope, and this is the side that stamps. Okay, so the flat side is on my envelope. And I'm going to try to put it as closely to where the other, well, that didn't work now, did it? Let me close this for a second. As closely laying it down where the other one is that I can get. And I'm thinking that looks pretty good. It may not be perfect, and that's okay. Let's do it. Let's see. Okay. Now, what you need to do, this is the part that's like, okay. Pick up the stamp and whatever you're stamping on and hold on to it. Okay. Now, holding on to it, it doesn't, well, we'll see. I'm going to take all of it and turn it over. And I'm putting, I know you can't see because of my arm and my sleeve, but I'm putting the corner of the envelope in my MISTI, and then I'm laying the whole thing down like that. So now, and it came up. Okay, so like that. There we go. And that, okay. So that, okay, now it's stuck on there. Now I'm going to pick it up with my MISTI door. Now I'm going to do a check just to see where it's going to end up. So this is, it's actually pretty simple. It's a little scary at first. So you ink up your stamp, and then right on your, if you don't have a sticky mat, you can use like anything clear, like clear packaging or anything that you have clear plastic to stamp on. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Now my ink is transferred over there, so I'm gonna use my tester envelope, and I'm gonna put it in the corners like I did the original envelope, and I'm just going to press down. Okay, rub it a little bit like that, and then ta-da, you have your, then I just wanted to see, it's going to land in a pretty good spot. You know what, it's doable. It doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, it's only paper, doesn't have to be perfect. So we're going to ink this up again. I'm going to ink it twice. Well, you know what? One more little pounce just for good luck. Okay. Nerve-wracking part. I'm going to take our envelope, put it in the corner and against the sides, and then just let it go down. There we go. And it moved. I smushed it. So that did not work. Okay. Next one, we're gonna do this again. Wait a minute, let me get. I didn't have another envelope ready. Why is it you try to do something, it works fine once, and then you try to do it again, and it goes poopy. Okay, let's see. Let's try this again. But you know what? This is real time. There we go. All right, let's try this again. And sorry the camera's bouncing. It's all the plastic and all the white is what's making it do that. So I'm going to put this in the corner. I'm going to try doing it this way. Better. I missed the top, but you know what? I can actually draw that in. I could put it back in, but I'm afraid to. I'm going to actually use a marker just to draw that out. Now, what I'm going to do, since, oops, all right, since I have to stamp the other side again. See, and this is why I don't do this stuff on camera. But, you know, because I'm not that great at it. But I'm just going to wipe that off. I'm going to wipe off my stamp. This is just a baby wipe. Okay. We'll let that dry a little bit. Oh, look, I got ink all the way all over the place there. Let's see. I have a microfiber cloth, but it's a really stinky one. And I know it's very bright orange, so I apologize. But it works a little bit, but it's not that great. Okay. So let me put my envelope back in. And now we're trying to line up to that one. I think that looks pretty good. Pick it up again. It's basically in the, I could have just left it in the same spot. There we go. Okay. Pull that little guy out. You just wipe that off with this. Okay. And put this away. Okay. There is that. Let's get this out of here now. Mom is done with that part. Okay. Put that over there for now. Now, like I said, I've got, let's see. Hold on a second. I will be right back. Alrighty. So, what I did, I found a marker that I had. I have a Hoo-Hoo's. This is a NG07. It's a neutral gray 07. And it is what I found matched the best. So I'm going to use this to make some of the lines a little bit better. I'm trying to go really lightly. Still a little darker than I wanted, but I couldn't find anything else. All right, let's see. Okay, it kind of looks like it. Okay. Hey, gavay. Anywho, things don't always turn out perfect. Now I'm going to put this aside for a little bit. We'll get back to that. Okay. This is going to be the front of my card. I just have a white card base. And I have a piece of light blue to go along with my blue flowers. And then what I did, I did a little bit of ink blending, and that's another thing I'm not that great at, so I did it off camera. But I'm going to work on it. We can work on it together, actually. But it's kind of like a little hint of a ground and a sky for our little bunny. And the first thing I want to do is glue my background onto the blue. And I'm going to actually use a little bit of Fabri-Tac for that. Because Fabri-Tac, you know, paper to paper, paper to wood, paper to plastic, plastic to plastic, plastic to fabric, fabric, everything. But it doesn't crinkle up your paper. And I don't put a lot. I just kind of skim a little coating around. But it does, because it's a silicone glue, it gives you the best wiggle room. And I just want to center it on the blue. There we go. And then make it, well, before I put that on there, I'm going to go ahead and do this. As you guys know, that's how I roll. Because I would much rather just replace this part than everything, than the whole card and everything. So let's put that aside for a second. Now my idea is to have our little Peter Cottontail right there. And I think I want to have the flowers kind of going like that. And then warm Easter wishes probably at the bottom. And I do want to use some bling. I'm going to have to get some in a second. Okay, let's get these pieces down. Bling always, I always do that at the end anyway. So I'm going to just grab him with a pair of reverse tweezers. And I hope everybody's doing good today. And this card, it took me a bit to figure it out. I had a couple ideas in mind. Another one was like with princess stories, but okay, we're going to put him right in the center. Right there. The good thing with Craft Roulette and the Chatterbox, which is the comment, you know, people on the side commenting, is Mary always goes over what the parameters are, and everybody pipes in with ideas for what they are. So like if something terrifies you, like children's stories got me at first, and I remembered I had this stamp set, you know, and I thought, oh, Peter Cottontail, you know, but you get a lot of good ideas from everybody. So, never fear. Now, there are some I haven't done. I think there are about maybe 4 that I haven't done because, well, some either just not being able to, or other ones just really not being able to figure it out, you know, which happens to everybody. I went up a little high, and that's okay because I want to put my sentiment at the bottom, or warm Easter wishes. And I'm just going to put it flat down. I'm not going to bump it up or anything. Now, I don't know if you guys see, my glue keeps like spitting glue. My glue bottle. Just kind of center that the best I can. Okay. Looks cute. Then making sure my base is opening in the right direction. I'm going to grab some more Fabri-Tac. And again, like I said, I just like this because it doesn't make the paper bubble up. And yeah, I got purple on everything. It's even on my fingers. I was using some ink yesterday. I was doing some faux watercolor, which I really need to finish that picture. But that is something that, since I do not know how to speed up my videos, I don't know if I'll ever be doing that. Maybe I could show you guys a bit. But when I size these down, just so, let's see. The card, of course, is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. The blue is 4 by 5 1/4. And then the white with the bunny on it is 5 1/4 by 3 3/4, I believe. Just a 1/4 of an inch down. So, but if I ever get the nerve and you guys want to see a long video, I'll do like a easy watercolor. Faux watercolor, actually. Okay. There is the front, except minus the bling, I will say. Now, the inside, yeah, is where I want to put this Easter bunny. I think I'm going to put it to the side. I'm not sure. I could put it in the middle too. Let's see. And I thought putting like one of the little sprigs there, little sprig there, and a baby sprig there. I think that looks nice. I like it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down, just kind of leaving the ends a little bit open so I can get those oh, sorry, and I'm off camera. Sorry. Remember, it's only the second video in a while, and, you know, I lost my mojo, apparently. There's that one. And then I'm going to, for something like this, I just put, come on, glue. I just put like a line of glue right down the middle. And this glue is the one from scrapbook.com. It's their glue that I'm using right now. Because my Barely Art glue, I broke off the needle that keeps everything clear. I broke it off in the bottle, and I have to get a new tip so I can use my glue again. And this one sadly does not fit on it. So, yeah. So I figured I would use this. I got it as, one time it was a free gift actually with a purchase. It was nice. It's good to try new things. I like it. I don't like it, well, as much as Barely Art, but don't tell anybody. But I do like it though. It's not bad. Okay, there's that part. Okay. So, I am gonna, I'll be right back. Okay. I have some different blue sequins. Let's see. Okay. This was actually a, this is from Buttons Galore and More, and it was actually a ocean kind of feeling set, but the blue is really pretty, so I think we'll just use it. And there's always a few different sizes. Okay, that's a little more blue. I like that a little bit better. Let's see. Just looking for the blue pieces. Sadly, I don't think any of the little ones are in blue, but that's okay. I kind of like that. Let's see. Could put one down here. Let me take one of them away. I know this is always like the hardest part. Like, where do you put the bling? Or we could just put some around the sentiment like that. Not you. There we go. Put some around the sentiment. What do you guys think? Put one up here. Let's see. I don't want to put too, you don't want to put too much. Just a little something, something. Oh, that's the other. Little too green looking. That's cute, huh? We'll go with that. All right. Let me put these back in before I do anything. Okay. And sadly, twice I've had to stop the video. And twice it actually shut off on me instead of waiting. So I hope this isn't too choppy when you get to finally see it. Let me close that. All right. Okay. Then I just use a little sticky pickup tool. Some kind of a sticky tool. Little dot of glue. A little glue will do ya. And I really do hope that on Friday you go and you check out Craft Roulette. They show the gallery of all the cards starting at like 6:10 Central. So, and Mary usually comes on around 6:30. So it'd be really awesome if you got a chance and say hi, you know. I will more than likely be in the crowd. I'm going to put that aside so that can dry. Now our envelope. Now I have never used alcohol markers on these and I'm pretty sure it's going to bleed through. So if you wanted to, you could put some kind of another piece of paper on the back part of your envelope if you don't want your recipient to see your markers. But I'm just going to do this really, really simple. I've got this is my darkest blue color, which like I said, again, I use Ohuhu's. And this is B050 Robin's Egg Blue. And all I'm doing is anywhere where like a petal goes over, I don't know how to bring you guys in. I can't do that easily. I'm going to put a little bit of dark blue. Anywhere where the little lines are at the bottom, anywhere where something goes over. Just a little bit, not a lot. I'm going to probably have to redo it anyway, and that's okay. Just like that. Because this is just really, really easy, simple coloring. And then the light blue, which I'll tell you in a second. It is B030, which is frost blue. And you go right over the darker color. It helps to blend them. And I know you can't see it, but you'll see in a second. Man, I went over the line there. That's another thing that can be fixed. My hands are shaking. That's why I'm making some boo-boos here. Boop. Okay. Then I go back to my dark, and I'm using the brush tip. Mine are brush tip on one side and fine point on the other. Other ones, they have a brush tip and then it's like a chisel tip on the end. But I wanted the fine point, so. See, then you can go over it again, and it kind of deepens it up again. A little bit. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Okay, then green. I'm going to take my lightest green first, which is G260, which is apple green. I like yellow greens for when I color. And I'm just going to... I am going over the lines, and it's bad. There's not a lot of real estate. I know there's some people that use 3 and 4 colors on like a leaf and stuff, and I've tried that and it looks okay. But for me, it's not that simple. Oh, and I have the buds. I forgot about those. So I like to do 2, maybe 3. If it's a bigger image, I'll do 3. But I don't, you know, I like 2. 2 makes it is very simple. Okay, like I said, I forgot my little buds there. Then I'm going to take my darker green, which is G270, which is moss. And I'm going to use actually the fine tip side. And all I'm doing is going down the little lines. And there. If there isn't a line, I'm just going to put a little bit right there. I'm going to make one. Just a little something to add just a little bit of interest to it. Not much, just a little bit. Then I'm going to take, let me start with the lightest blue. Sometimes that's easier, is to start with the light one and then add the darker one in. If you're only using 2 colors, I think that's fine to do. Let's do both sides at once. Okay. And then my dark color. And again, it's just a little bit there. Just a very little bit. There. And that is it. And it bleeds through. It will, and it's fine. But like I said, if it really, really bothers you, you can cut a piece of paper to cover that and then just put your own adhesive on. But that's my card. There's my envelope. Let's make sure I got all the criteria. Let me pull my book out again. So, envelope. My color of choice. It is like I said, like stuffed animals, baby dolls, that kind of a color. Children's story, which is Peter Cottontail. And then list, which is my Easter bunny, Easter eggs, and Easter candy. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up. And if you don't make cards, because I know some of my followers don't, you can use these same techniques on anything, on like a journal cover, on a journal page, on anything. So I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you Friday in the chatterbox for Craft Roulette, and otherwise, see you in the next one. Bye, guys.